Yo, it's Alex Richter. It's the Kung Fu Genius here with a quick video for you guys. Some of you may have recently seen UFC 248 where Zhang Weilei and Joanna Jędrzejczyk had that epic fight, one of the best fights I had ever seen. And if you did watch that UFC, you might have seen that when the camera panned the crowd, there was Robert Downey Jr., aka Iron Man, throwing up some Wing Chun hands. When I saw that, I was super excited. I love seeing RDJ's, absolutely one of my favorite actors. And then everyone started sending me videos and going, what do you think about the Wing Chun technique he used? So let's talk about it.
And every day, I practice martial arts.
Watch out!
Word is, I'm a Kung Fu genius.
So before I get started, I just want to make it clear, I'm absolutely a huge fan of Robert Downey Jr. So none of this video should be taken as haterade thrown his way. And if anyone says, yo, you just jealous of Robert Downey Jr., yeah, totally, man. That guy makes a lot of money. Who wouldn't want to be Robert Downey Jr.? Robert Downey Jr. is amazing. I would love to spend one day in his shoes. And although Robert Downey Jr. is a practitioner of the William Cheung line of Wing Chun, this is not about this line of Wing Chun versus that line of Wing Chun. I have a lot of friends who practice the William Cheung line of Wing Chun, and I've all seen them punch, and they do it a little bit differently than what Robert Downey Jr. did. And again, Robert Downey Jr., as far as I know, is not considered a master or an instructor. He's a practitioner, so his techniques don't necessarily reflect his Sifu, Eric Oram, or the William Cheung organization. This is just what he did. And hey, let's also be fair. It was a quick pan. The camera was in front of him. He threw up a bunch of stuff. It probably wasn't his best performance, and he'd probably be the first one to tell you that. So again, nothing but love for Robert Downey Jr. No hate thrown his way. I figured we can turn this into a teachable moment. When we watch the video here, we see, okay, first of all, he throws up some jazz hands. Well, he is an actor. That's what actors do. Throws a couple chain punches and then goes right, choom, into the Wing Chun Zhong Sao hand position. So pretty innocent, nothing special. When I saw it, I didn't even think twice about it. I was super excited and pumped and then went on from there. If it were not for many students and many people asking me what I thought about it and replaying the clip again and again where I had the chance to look at it, I probably wouldn't say anything. So my main concern is when he throws the chain punches. He makes a very common mistake that even my own students make as beginners. And that is what we call the hacksaw chain punches. Now, there are many paths up the mountain. There are many different ways of doing chain punches. Different Wing Chun schools have their own takes on it. Some have the chambered hand very close to the body. Some have it a little further away for more protection. But most Wing Chun styles, not all, but most, normally emphasize that the punch goes out in a straight line to the target. And any curvature within the chain punch normally happens on the retraction of the chain punch, not when the punch is going out. You see, if we want to hit somebody and we want to maximize the power transfer, we don't want our punch falling at the end of the punch. We want everything to go forward in a straight line. So any curve, again, happens at the end. One of the nicknames for the Wing Chun chain punch is Jin Kun, or arrow punch. And that's because our punches are supposed to go out straight like an arrow. And it's a common mistake, even in my school, especially for beginners, to kind of hack the chain punches. And this often happens when people are concerned with doing stuff really fast, which, to be fair, Robert Downey Jr. probably was doing. He wanted to throw up a bunch of fast hands. And sometimes when we speed things up, the technical prowess might drop a little bit. If you hit a wall bag or you hit a heavy bag, you always want to punch in one straight line. And that's the same whether you do Wing Chun or even other martial arts. We want to avoid having a circular punch that scrapes on the surface of the target. Not only is this inefficient for power transfer, but this is also going to rough up your hands if you're training on a wall bag for any period of time. So the trick is to punch in a straight line, and then you're going to retract on a slight curve. Now, again, there are many different variations. In the WT style, normally the rear hand is launched before retracting the front hand. Some other styles might retract the front hand first before going. Those are details between the various schools, and this is not about what's right or what's wrong, just that I would recommend you probably want to punch in a straight line and then come in a curve on the way back. And if we look at the video of Grandmaster Yip Man here, you'll see this punch comes out in an absolute straight line and comes back in a bit of a bigger curve. But the trajectory of the punch going out is in a straight line. And it also needs to be noted that this is just a few days before Grandmaster Yip Man passed away. He was dying of throat cancer, so this was undoubtedly not even his best performance. Even in this state, right before he passed away, he punched in an absolute straight line. So we're hopefully not a couple days away from death's door, so we have absolutely no excuse to have our punches fall at the end. Punch in a straight line, that's my tip. And that's all I got to say about that. By the way, I don't know if you guys checked this out. This is the new Fist Comes from the Heart shirt from City Wing Chun. We used to have Fist Comes from the Heart shirts way back in the day. They were a huge seller, and we stopped selling it about 6 years ago. I updated the design, make it look a little bit more like the opening crawl of a Kung Fu movie. People really like it. I think it's totally dope. It's available on our pro shop. The information for that is in the link below. And some other people asked about the ITC, which I talked about on my last video. And also we have a little trailer for it at the end of this video here. The ITC is the intensive training camp. I have it every year in the last week of June. And this is open for Wing Chun practitioners, particularly those who practice WT, but we do have a couple slots open for people from other Wing Chun as well. This year, the ITC is from June 22nd to June 29th here in New York City. If you want to register for that, details are in the link below. And I look forward to seeing you guys in training. All right, that's all for now. We'll catch you guys next time.